What's up, everybody? Woo! Yeah, 61. It's the last episode ever.
No more of these. We promise.
We say that a lot, but
this time we mean it.
Our contract's actually been terminated.
We don't mean a lot of things.
The studio's collapsing in on itself.
Oh, they said there's an earthquake today.
Everything's falling apart. Doesn't matter how much glow
Welcome
we
to
put
the
up.
earthquake episode.
The walls are coming down. I'm finally
All the
letting people
natural
into my life.
stuff in the environment
all the
is
walls
falling
down.
to the ground.
No
Oh,
more
it's
walls.
burning up.
Burn
Everything's
the
on
walls
fire.
down.
Oh, why'd they do this to begin
I trust
with?
everybody
Who let
now.
him get this? Get
No
away
more
with this one.
walls. I'm always leading with my heart first.
All the walls are closing in
No
on
more
me.
walls.
Yeah, the walls are closing in and I can't
Spreading all
breathe.
my seeds around. Spread your seed.
Spread those seeds everywhere.
That's a new sketch coming out. You're gonna see me throwing some seeds.
I'm spreading my seeds.
What are you doing? I'm just spreading my seed.
And then why am I pregnant?
Then why am I she's crowning. Yeah, Matt Williams will bite ice. Mm-hmm. Bite ice, kid.
The best way to begin any sketch.
Yeah, because if you're
action.
Eating, action. Big action.
Big actions.
And
also, there's so much,
you're drawn to it.
Character development from someone that eats ice.
Yeah, you
learn a lot about them.
I know so much. Now I'm more concerned about that than the crowning part.
Yeah.
Because I'm worried about the guy who took
It looks
ice
like.
out of it. Wait, is that a Crown Royal bag?
Did I hear ice crunch or his teeth crunch?
Yeah, which one broke? Was it the ice or his teeth? Because I'm concerned now for
I'm
this
so concerned by a lot of things.
actor's
in this
well-being. This local comic's well-being. I'm concerned about it. He's been showing signs of mutant powers.
Ooh, he's a new mutant.
I think this guy's actually
Mutant Ninja Turtle.
flying around like a moth. He's a Mothman, but he's mostly moth. I wouldn't even go as far to call him a man anymore. He lost his parts at war. The guy lost everything he loved in World War III. It's coming soon. World War III.
World War
We
III.
love making jokes about war, huh?
Send me.
It's funny.
Draft me.
The war be hitting you different, you know? When the war hits you like,
Oh, send me out to war, please. I wanna die with
when
some
you're with your
bullets
boys, when you're
inside
hanging
of
with
me.
the boys and the war shows up, everybody's like, whose war is this? Whose war is this? It's not mine. This ain't my war. I'm fighting the rich man's war. I'm fighting the rich man's war. This is not my war. I've never met her before. You gotta trust me. I'm on Maury Povich. I've never met her, despite the things she says. I swear that it was just some accidental talking on a chat room. I got an old AOL internet chat room. I'm gonna build a chat room in real life, and everybody's just gonna sit in a box and talk. And you know what we're gonna call it? It's a comedy club. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Wow. This chat
What a
room
turn there.
It's a one-way talking to. You don't get to engage in the conversation. You just sit and you watch me talk. I want to talk the most. I want to talk the most. I'm gonna talk. You don't get to.
So that's chat rooms in real life, You go into one, you're expecting to chat, but you're just bombarded nonstop and no one's listening to you. And in fact, if you try to say anything, they shush you, tell you to shut up, get out of the chat, and then they DM you like, hey, sorry I told you that in the main chat, but like in here you can say anything you want to me. What's your age, sex, and location like?
Yeah, I actually do like you. I just had to make a scene because I was trying to protect you. Mm-hmm. I had to jump out and be like, no, man.
Yeah, I actually just got my internet protector's license.
Yeah, no, I'm actually in really bad shape on all fronts.
Mm-hmm. I got digitally assaulted recently.
Yeah, I got socially bombarded. I actually have a social disorder. I don't make good posts.
They said you can't post this anymore.
they said, we're going to have to take away your accounts on account of you not being good at it. They said, have some accountability. Count your accountability. Count the stars. How many's up there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stars. There's stars in the sky and there's stars in the sidewalks, guys. Who's getting the money? Who is it? You gotta follow the breadcrumbs. The trail. Hot on the trail. You gotta just keep sniffing out the scent and chase it until you get close enough to grab it. And then that's when, we find out who you are. Mm-hmm. If you decide to grab it or not.
You can find out a lot about yourself with what you're grabbing.
Yeah.
Some people, they grab the brass rings.
Yeah.
And that's a good thing. They're grabbing the brass.
There's two kinds of people in the world. Those grabbing and those getting grabbed.
Mm-hmm. And you gotta decide which one do you want to be a part of.
Either the guy hanging on the cross or the guy banging in the nails. Which
yeah, they say that.
Mel Gibson said that in I think it was called like Something Darkness.
Oh, I thought it was like in his police tape.
Yeah, it was both. He was quoting his future movie. Yeah, that was pretty cool when Mel Gibson got pulled over and said, the Jews cause all the wars.
I think that was also a quote from his future movie.
Yeah, that was also a quote from that Beaver movie.
Yeah, a lot of things I say are just quotes for movies I haven't written yet.
Yeah, that's the thing. You actually can't judge me ever because everything I say is,
It's screenwriting research.
It's powerful.
Research for your writing.
I like when they say that. They go, that movie was really powerful. It moved me.
It made me feel some things I don't really feel too often in real life.
Yeah, it moved you out of your house for an hour and a half to eat popcorn in the dark. Am I right, guys?
Yeah, why do we do that as people? We go lock ourselves in a dark room, big dark room with a bunch of people, and stare at something until we cry.
Yeah, we don't have 30 people hover around my iPhone while I, turn it on portrait mode so I can watch this video with landscape. Or is portrait mode the straight up one? I don't know.
That's why I think the future is VR goggles,
Yeah.
Because I'm tired of having to share my screen with people. Yeah, I want it just like locked in on my face. I don't want anyone to sneak in like, oh, what are you looking at right there?
Yeah.
And I'd be like, nothing.
Nothing?
I'm not looking at anything.
Making podcasts. I hate people who listen to podcasts.
I just came here for the free Wi-Fi. Why do you have to come in here for
fucking
asking me questions?
Why do you have to watch what I do when I get on the Wi-Fi, huh? I do what I want on there.
Why do you have to see things I see on your Wi-Fi?
My Wi-Fi. Why Wi-Fi? I miss my Wi-Fi.
Wouldn't that be really weird if, like, with your Wi-Fi, you pay for it every month, and then they send you a list of every website that was visited through your IP account?
I think they should do that.
They should do that. Kind of like how phone calls, they give you a phone record.
Yeah, they give you phone records.
They'd be like, you spent this much time on the phone with this number.
I'm
That's how people find out if they're cheating with somebody.
I wish my parents saw what I looked at. Then I wouldn't look at it.
Yeah, if I didn't have...
Oh, man.
If I had someone looking at what I was looking at my history...
Oh, my God.
I'd
be a totally different
so
person.
much more,
that's all it takes.
Safer with what I look up.
Can you imagine that? If they just assigned one person to look at your stuff, nobody would do anything. No, there wouldn't be any murders, probably.
Even if there was just one guy hired by the government, and his only job is just like, all right, we're gonna give you an IP address and then the history, and you tell us if there's anything bad in there.
He'll go,
and then if there is, just put them in one pile, put the other people in a separate pile.
And you're gonna be the only judge.
We're gonna just trust your opinion on this.
You have all the power now.
There's no one's actually gonna see if you did this wrong or not.
And you're replaceable.
Also, you're gonna get paid a lot of money.
You're gonna get paid a lot, but you could lose it real quick
you can lose it so easily. We have 18 people ready right now to take your job.
Yeah, do you know how many people want this? This is like those ads on the internet where it's like there's a real job where you live on an island for a year and just eat food. And it's like, really?
Oh, there is.
There is.
I have that job.
I have that job too.
Oh, well.
We must
be on the same island.
We're on the
working
same island.
same
Wait,
job.
I thought it was my island.
Oh, I thought this was my island.
I think every time I went looking for you, you were looking for me.
Oh,
Nobody
no,
ever
man.
found each other.
I thought you were my personal chef and you came here to just drop off some food for me.
Oh no, I've been living on this island probably just as long, if not longer than you.
Really?
My island first.
Well, I think there's only
discovered
one way to settle this.
Yeah, how's that?
Oh, you know what we gotta do?
Cannon fight! Bang bang!
Oh, cannon
Pow,
fight!
pow. Sam slammy! Cannon
Oh, I'm
first
slamming
in.
you to the ground and lighting up a cannon and I'm gonna...
But actually, it
I'm gonna
turns
shoot
out
a
it was
giant
VR
hole through your
goggles.
chest.
If you take your goggles
Big
off, you'll see
cannonball
that
hole.
none of those were real. I was
Oh,
actually
so
in the
mad.
real world.
I'm gonna cave that shit right in.
See, you were living in the Matrix, and I
really?
was in the real world.
Oh, you're in the real world?
I was in the real world.
Well, you have no
outside.
power in the real world. I have a lot of power here in my Matrix
Well,
world.
guess what? That's why I wanted to take you out of the Matrix world, because I wanted you to be in a place where I have more strength.
Well, I guess, so, you're just stronger than me outside. Of this, but in here, I'm strong. I'm strong.
Yeah. In here, you're way stronger.
Like, I don't know if you close your eyes and then open them back up again, just do this experiment with me.
Yeah, what is it?
Okay, just close them.
Yeah, you close your eyes.
Yeah, and then now you see that big steak in front of you?
Steak. Oh yeah, the big steak.
And it's real. It's totally real. I just conjured that.
Okay.
With my Matrix powers.
Yeah, with the Matrix powers.
I just hacked the Matrix real quick.
You think I care about
it's all
steaks?
ones and zeros.
You think I would ever take a break?
Buying meat is just ones and zeros.
It's true.
It's how many pounds do you want? I want one or two.
100.
Or 1 or 0.
I'd like 10 pounds. That's both a 1 and a 0.
And it's usually like $10 a pound.
Yeah, it's $10 a pound. And it'll be $10 if you want me to pound you. Ooh, did somebody say pounding?
I came here for the free pounding.
Yeah, ones and zeros, meat, it's all the same. Food is numbers. Who cares? Because those words are made up. We made up those words.
Computers, foods,
the computer's not a real thing. We just
call it that because we don't know what else to call it.
We put together a bunch of metal and plastic, and then we call that a computer. That doesn't have a name. That's just a combination of elements. It's a combination of
like sweaters. What's the difference between a sweater and a shirt?
Nothing.
It's the same stuff, same material.
It's just different numbers, It's just different numbers.
Some things have more ones and some things have more zeros.
And that doesn't necessarily mean one is any better or worse. Even though everybody's like, I want to be number 1 and you're 0.
And once
you big 0.
Once they fix that quantum computing power.
Yeah, once they make that. Yeah, once everybody is everything. I know a few guys have already gotten a start on it, if you know what I mean. Let's just
They're teleporting stuff right now into their bodies so they don't have to eat anymore.
They've got quantum genitalia.
It's just inside of people while they don't want it. Quantum rape is a thing.
If I masturbate, I get myself pregnant.
Yeah, because on top of having just your male genitalia, you quantumly have both the female and the male stuff inside of you, so
it's like a Venus flytrap.
As soon as a fly lands on it, it just
if I don't hold it open when I finish, it'll fill up the inside.
It's all about the smells, it's all pheromones and ones and zeros.
I've stopped trying to smell anything anymore. People like, you smell me, you smell me, but ever since that magic spell book was dropped on my front doorstep, I've just really been
the necrophiliac book.
Yeah, I don't think it's called the Necronomicon. I think.
Oh yeah, the necrophiliacon. The nitrophiliac.
Nitrophiliac. Yes, that's what my doctor called me.
I'm addicted to nitrous. Having sex with nitrous.
Having sex with nitrous cans while I get high on it. And that's what this next song is about. That that interlude was leading up to. Welcome to the Nitrophiliac Express. Everybody hop on the train and do the bad stuff all together. Let's just live in harmony and fight each other if we want to. We're gonna fucking go crazy. I just got a brand new pair of Band-Aid roller skates, and I saw the dragon spit down from the sky, and then castles exploded, and the magic ball lit up in the sky, and everybody stared at it, and everybody thought, what is the magical ball doing in the sky again? And
that's actually how most religions got started.
Yes, they look up in the sky and they go, whatever that thing is, I feel like I can feel its heat. It's hot up there.
I think I can really see myself worshiping this thing.
I think I could see myself in a nice long relationship worshiping this thing.
Yeah, who's the first person to build a church? Like,
Yeah,
why do they need a church? Like, why
yeah,
can't I
if you don't know what a church is, how do you even tell somebody what that is? What is that building? You're going to come in here and sit down and just, talk out loud.
And it sounds like a comedy club.
It sounds like a comedy club. There's someone in here listening who the Leno booker, the Letterman booker.
Yeah, there's a lot of bookers that go to church.
Please, booker,
so
notice
if you're trying
me.
to get booked, fast track your success levels. Go into church.
Yeah, no, I've actually started doing my act every Sunday at church. I get up and, because the pastor will be like, does anybody have any big news like a baby birth or like a marriage?
If anyone has any reason for why these two should not get married.
Yeah, that's when I start my act. Because I know they'll listen.
I've got something to say.
I got something to say.
So
you ever go to Taco Bell late at night?
Yeah, you went to Taco Bell recently?
And, yeah. What do you guys think about that? You got any suggestions?
Dude, I saw Publix, the grocery store chain. Taco Bell gift cards, $5 to $500.
Nice, $500. That's not enough.
I know. It's like, what are they doing with that $500 gift card?
We're gonna need a bigger float. It's like a Jaws themed ice cream place. We're gonna need a bigger float, ice cream float at the Jaws ice cream shop.
Welcome to my
Jaws ice cream shop.
My Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle inspired acai bowl.
It's called, the
Teenage Mutant
acai.
Yeah. All the fruits in a half shell.
Yeah, it's all the it's all everything
fruits,
you can. We hollow out turtle shells.
It's very healthy.
Very healthy.
I can't think of a healthier restaurant.
Did you guys know that turtle skin is actually like super good for you?
It is?
Oh yeah, because they live really old. Why do they live so old?
They've had like this new super protein.
Anti-aging DNA.
Anti-aging protein.
So if you eat their skin, your body will age like a turtle does. You can live up to 900 years. Yeah, so there's turtles out there who, probably met Jesus. You can go, what was he like?
Well,
turtle.
Even just like some turtles will pass on the stories of Jesus just to their kids, and then we can talk to those turtles right now.
Yeah,
they're like, I remember Jesus. I was a little turtle.
Yeah,
he came up. I saw him walking above me. I was like, whoa, you can't. I've never seen a human do that.
So I bit his ankles at the bottom of his foot.
Yeah, he walks out onto the beach. I'm a snapping turtle. I'm stuck to his toe, big toe.
I'm stuck to his, people paint it. It's in a couple stained glass windows somewhere. It was a very famous moment. Turtardo. There were books, they said, and then he got bit and he went, ouch, but it's okay. Every story of Jesus, he's always making everything okay when it's not. If you,
if you know what I mean.
It's always like people are fighting and, people are sick.
And
and he's always just like, guys, follow me. I'm going to walk and talk at the same time. I really like movement and speaking.
How do you get away with all that,
Well, he had a sugar mama, so he had this old lady who he'd kind of pork on the side. I like to keep my pork on the side, if you know what I mean. That's my dating profile. Pork on the side, but that pork all on the side for me. I wanna eat the finest meal of pork. I wanna eat the finest meal that I've ever had. And I think it's you. I wanna consume you. I wanna consume you. I wanna inject myself with you. Something about you, I can't quite figure it out. That's always the case. Nobody ever knows in the movies and every story of love. The person always goes, I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. But there's something about her. And there's something about him. And I can't choose which one I like more. Do I like him or her? It's a big issue these days for people. They're not sure.
I know, that's why, people have been brainwashed to think that they may or may not be something that they're not.
Yeah,
they don't know anymore. There's so much unsurety.
They go, I'm bi. You go, how many people have you ever been with? They go, 2.
But
and both
they
were
say
women.
they're both they may or may not have been women.
I'm not. Yeah.
We don't know.
I'm bi.
And
how
we
many
don't.
people you been with?
And we're
None.
not.
I'm a virgin.
And we don't
Bi
care.
virgin.
We don't care what they are.
I'm a bisexual virgin. Oh, I don't know. I don't know either way.
And I don't know which one I like more.
I've never tested either. I mean, I've got my own, sure, but I don't even touch that.
I was supposed to be a virgin until marriage, but I don't know if I want to marry a man or a woman.
So how am I supposed to find out what I am? Is that what you want, God?
Yeah, what if you get married, but you're supposed to be married to the different sex,
what happens? Because I feel like that's happened to me before,
you wait all this time to try it out, try out that fun stuff that they hint about in the TVs.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, we can't do this until we're married.
They're always like, we're doing like a role-playing party, but then I never get to break my role, ever, even after the party. They're like, this is who you are forever. And you don't get to change anything ever, because that's just the way of the world, You can't make change and be conscious of it.
Yep.
You can't.
No one actually has ever changed anything.
Tell yourself to change right now.
Opinion.
Tell me how that goes.
Yeah, just
say it.
Pick an opinion you have and change it.
I'm gonna change my opinion right now. I've decided it's not the same anymore.
You can't just pick an opinion and be like, this one right now, I'm gonna critically think about it. Is it right? Is this the right opinion?
It changes when you don't think about it. You never get to speak of it, okay? So stop talking about it, or you're not gonna change. That's the only way to change. Stop trying to change. And just feel, man.
Feel it out.
Feel it in your heart. Feel it in your bones.
Feel that thing inside your bones.
You know what that is? It's not love. It's actually change. And we could all use a little change.
Can we?
Smash Mouth,
Yeah, Smash Mouth was way ahead of their time.
Way ahead of their time. Nobody ever thought about that kind of stuff.
They're still looking
People
for
go,
that.
change? I never thought of that shit.
What is that?
Yeah, what is that?
Change.
It's the thing the homeless people always want.
Yeah.
They go, could you spare some tires? Spare me a tire, please?
We're going to spare a few tires today. Yeah, that's what the
go,
president
that
should be doing instead of wasting their time with all this policy.
Yeah, the president really needs to sit down, okay?
How about they spare some tires?
The president could just sit down right now. How about that?
Yeah.
The president can shut his mouth. Mm-hmm. Shut his bones.
So if you haven't been following along, if this is your first time listening to this, we're trying to get the Secret Service on our side. And
a lot's changing. And
there's so many things changing. I need $80 million.
Yeah, infrastructure.
I know some of the people working in the Secret Service, they want $80 million.
Yeah, I know a lot of people who want $80 million.
Who do you think is going to get that?
Well, I'm in a couple, secret message boards that I turn off all my internet before I use. I have a traceless hotspot.
Oh yeah, a VPN.
And my doctor's been worried about it.
Yeah, actually, I murdered somebody and I opened a cell phone account in their name, and I used their identity for my internet usage.
Yeah,
because I can't trust myself to have my internet history up there.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever questioned anything you've ever said. I think for the last 61 episodes, anything you say, I just go, yeah.
Yeah, you just ignore it.
And I just keep, and then I take it as true and we move on.
Because, it is. Everything we've said
Why would I
true.
question anything you say? You wouldn't lie to me.
You wouldn't question me, man.
Why would you lie?
You don't question friends.
No, you don't question, people
closest to you. Do you look them in the eye and question them?
Listen, if I had time to question everybody who I recorded 61 podcasts with, I'd never have time to leave the house. I'd be sitting in all day
just questioning
things.
Mm-hmm.
And that's another lesson that we were really trying to drill in as hard as we could, that you've got to listen to each other.
Drill it in.
You've got to believe in the things that your friends tell you. And you also got to do the other thing that I forgot about right before the song started.
Do you want to have friends who's made of? Lose forever.
What was the song made of? I don't remember. There was something important.
Something about, friends, and, you don't question them.
Right, you don't question
because
them.
You don't want to lose them.
No,
as soon as you start questioning someone, they don't want to hang out with you.
Yeah, you go, whoa, dude, what's up with all the questions? What are you, a cop?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's not cool, man.
Judge.
Yeah. A lot of judges pull me over.
You're the
the executioner.
The cop,
I miss
jury.
those days. Those the Eddie Murphy days when when the law would play numerous roles.
And I think the cops don't have enough roles. Like I think they need more.
I know. I think they need more.
I want them to be mom, dad,
home I field. You know what I mean?
Landlord.
I want a cop to be my landlord.
My cop, the landlord.
The cop's my landlord. The cop's he's banging on my door for rent with the bottom of his gun. He's knocking on my door with the butt of his gun to collect his water bill. For some reason, the cop also makes me pay all my bills separately at different times. So I gotta see him like 7 times a month.
You better pay me every 3.5 days.
And he makes me drive to him. And he makes me crawl on the floor as I approach him in his estate. He makes sure that I'm right there, He goes, you come to me, and then I'll determine what happens from there.
Yeah, he bangs on my door and he's just like, do you live here? And it was like, I've been paying you rent 7 times a month.
He goes, I got a lot of tenants. I'm a cop, okay? Why? Have you done something wrong? You doing something wrong?
It looks like you've been drinking, smoking, and doing some other illicit stuff.
And I said, not only have I not done any of those things, I would never condone such activity until the door closes. And then I'm on my own. Woo. Then I'm doing the worst stuff all alone. I'm doing the worst things that I can imagine. Once that privacy is mine.
So, if we make more landlords cops, I think we'd have
we'd be in a much safer place.
Less, crimes of passion or whatever.
Yeah, blue lines, flat,
or like,
whatever it is.
Babe, we're not doing this, or the landlord's gonna
freaking
come in
lock
and murder
us. The landlord's gonna kill us. Yeah, people would probably be real nice to each other.
Less home break-ins. It's like, you don't want to break into my house. I have a cop as a landlord.
Home breakover. Yeah, it's you break in and
it's usually only like doctors or some boring shit that are landlords,
Yeah, fuck that.
Doctor landlords, they don't even
My doctor landlord, he doesn't even help me.
Yeah, he's just like, I got a guy, I pay him to do this shit for you, don't worry.
He goes, you're going to want to get that mold checked out. I go, up mold. And then I can't even hear the rest of what he says. He's out the door.
Yeah, he's just like, now technically I'm the landlord, but this guy, Freddie, You know,
well, he said my house used to be a hot
got
tub.
he's got the keys to your house. If he comes inside, if you see him inside your house when you walk in there, it's okay.
You know, my bedroom is actually a drain pipe.
Oh yeah, just one.
If you look at it closely, you realize.
So you just hide it with like some sheets?
Well, this was actually a tub they used to keep whales in before they'd kill them and use them for food.
I thought it was like one of those those SeaWorld training pools.
Well,
this is what
some of them have been upcycled into that. Upcycled.
Yeah, how do they train the whales and stuff to be in such a small pool?
Yeah, how do you talk to the whales? What do they say to it? You got to jump up and... Yeah, who the fuck are these people who wanted to train whales and dolphins?
They see a giant, massive whale that lives out in the ocean. They're like, you know what?
Hey, I saw there was an opening for the whale trainer position. Do you have any experience? No. But I think I can do it. Are you a good swimmer? I don't know.
Do you think like they capture them first? Some
guess.
rich guy was just like, I have all these dolphins.
I need you to train them. And the guy's going, no one's ever done that.
I've only trained lobsters.
There's a chance that it'll, hit you as hard as it can with its bottle nose. That big bottle nose it has, it actually hurts bad.
And the tail, ooh, heavy tails.
And also we realized that you guys can't even talk to each other. We noticed that dolphins speak a different language than you.
I've tried talking to dolphins before, like instant messenger, some AIM accounts. That I used to.
I know
chat
some Miami
up
dolphins
all the time. Before emojis were like a popular thing to send.
Yeah, before emojis were cool.
Like
I don't know what was cool.
I don't even know how I used to communicate with people before GIFs or GIFs.
Yeah, no, before
GIFs were popular, GIFs, LIFs.
I used to, pen pals, lots of pen pals.
Oh, yeah, I used to have to draw out the emoji.
I had a lot of Pen Island pals on penisland.com. Go to my merch site. Merge with me. In the future, people are going to merge together.
Yeah, they're going to do fusion dances everywhere you go. You're just going to see people fusion dancing. Fusion!
Kids are going to think that's okay.
Touching each other?
Everybody in the future has a different set of boundaries than the ones who came before us.
And that's a big thing we haven't touched on. Boundaries.
Yeah, we've never talked about boundaries on the show.
At all.
Not even once.
We've just assumed we knew each other's boundaries.
And we assumed you guys were totally fine with these boundaries as well.
Yeah, we thought you guys would have told us what
been zero.
What kind of songs you'd like to listen to.
There's still been a zero feedback.
We had a
policy.
And we actually had a year in review email recently. 46 episodes published. 200 something downloads.
Oh, nice.
That's pretty good. That's almost
200. Wow.
I know, over 200 people.
Dude, that's big triple digits.
Made it this far.
Dude, if I had $200 million, I'd be so happy. And that's just 200.
Just 200. That's just what billionaires spend just daily?
What, 200 million?
Yeah, they can figure out a way to do it.
Yeah.
There's so many things to buy out there every day.
This finance movie I watched backwards told me that the only way you can make money is to spend money. So I've been spending as much money as I can, seeing if it will come back, as they say in the market.
You got to spend it on the right things, because rich people, they buy things that appreciate in value, whereas in everything I buy is immediately, just dog shit.
They say invest in the market. That's why I go to the grocery store a lot. I like to buy from the market. Excuse me, is this the marketplace? Yes, this is a marketplace. Well, I'd like a cheeseburger, please. And I'd like a full return on my investment. Because I deserve it.
Yeah, even the food that rich people buy appreciates in value.
Yeah,
when you buy an avocado, it immediately goes bad because you got it from that big pile.
Yeah.
But when they buy it, it's usually still unripe.
Yeah, no, I don't know where the rich people are hiding their food.
Mm-hmm. Like I've looked.
Because, a lot of times their fridges are also built like, big cabinets that don't look like a fridge. It just blends in.
Yeah, they
where's
you
the
just
food?
open it, but next thing you know, you're in an oven.
Yeah, it turned out that the family didn't have a fridge. However, there was a fridge built into their center island in the kitchen. Yeah. So it was like a big sleeve that you kind of open up.
Oh yeah, I've seen that where they lift the center thing in the middle of their couch.
Yeah,
and it's a freezer.
Yep,
and then they pull out just like a big like lamb shank.
Yeah, no, my couch, you can lift up the whole first part you sit on, and it's that's where I sleep under it. Mm-hmm. There's like a casket sized enclosement.
Yeah, and then they also do this thing where they'll hide other furniture into things that you'd assume wouldn't have furniture inside of it, just because like they like to conserve space in their homes.
It's all about having space.
Like they have 10,000 square feet, but they want to utilize it to like its fullest. Every square foot has a purpose. Dude, that's what I live by that motto.
People talking about 10,000 square feet. I've never seen 1 square foot. Where are you getting all these squared feet? And why are you putting them inside of your house? This house has 10,000 square feet. Well, move them out. I don't want those feet in my house. I don't want those feet in my house. Get them out.
Get those feet out.
Get those feet out of my house.
Put those feet out. Let me sniff those feet.
Get them out of here. Bring them out. Show him what he did. Show the dog what he did. And you hope he doesn't do it again. Yeah, show him your wrongs. Show people their wrongs.
Show people they've been wronging you.
So when you see somebody doing bad in public, shout at them. Say, hey, you're doing wrong, asshole. Hey, come on. That's how people change, when you yell at them. I read a study that says when you get yelled at, you remember the thing that you were yelled at about.
It actually works the other way too. When you yell something at somebody, you'll never forget it.
But also, what I learned is if you go even further, if you keep yelling, then eventually the person will forget it because they'll block it out of their memory.
Yeah, because
so if you ever do something bad,
you gotta yell at them the right amount.
Just make it even worse. Yeah, just go even way further, and they'll be forced to forget it because we repress our memories that affect us negatively on a daily basis. Repress those memories.
Repress everything you experience.
The best thing in life to do is to forget, because then you can be happy if you don't remember what's happened to you every day. You know what you do? You stay optimistic. You say, nothing bad happened to me yesterday. I had a great time. And then your shit friend goes, no, actually, do you remember you had a bad day yesterday? And you go, who the fuck are you, man? Whose side are you on? I said I had a good day. And your friend gets all even jack nastier, he's like, you can't deny reality. It affects others. You can't ignore the way the world is, because some of us don't ignore it. And some of us play by the rules. And we're going to force you to play by the rules. And I say, who made these rules? I didn't agree to any fucking rules. I'm not playing any games. There's only rules if you're playing a game. And I don't play games. I play station. I don't play games. I just play the station. I'm a PlayStation. It's a PlayStation. Life is just a PlayStation. I want to play the PlayStation 5. Give me PS5.
Are you getting that? You getting that system?
Probably not.
I pre-ordered it. I pre-ordered every single next gen one because I want to see because I buy them immediately when they come out, and then I sell them because the demand's hot.
Yeah, I got a cis-gen.
You got a what?
A cis-gen.
You got a cis-gen
console?
New cis-gen console?
I got the new cis-gen console.
What does that play?
It plays what God told it to play.
Any first-party games on that?
First-party game? Yeah, we've got a few exclusives.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. You gotta tell me about these. I love exclusive.
The Rat Tail King.
That's the only reason to buy a lot of these systems is for those those first party exclusives.
The games you can only have on my console.
Yeah, because I'm tired of buying these consoles and then, that game that you like is on every other console. Because it's just like, man, this hoary-ass game.
Yeah, I thought I was paying for exclusivity, babe.
But now you want me to cross-play? You want me to cross-play online?
You want me to cross-poly? on PvP?
Yeah, what do you think was the first cis?
Who was the first cisgen?
Yeah.
Adam, probably. Adam and Eve. He was a cisgen.
I've never heard of him.
No, you never heard of him?
No.
They were the first people.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the first humans.
Yeah, theoretically.
Yeah, who do you think the first humans were?
Probably some kind of like cross between like a
some dinosaur. Some sort of cyborg monster.
Well, like how there's
lightning struck sand.
Because if you breed a lion and a tiger, you get a liger, but that liger can't give birth to anything. It's impotent.
Why is that?
There's something with the physiology inside of it's kind of supposed to work, but not really. It does. So
turns out it doesn't.
And I think back in the day, I think it still happens to this day, and we're trying to fix it through genealogy research.
Yeah,
that you can actually
electroconversion.
You can actually get any mammal pregnant as a human, but
I know
it's the kids. They won't be able to.
The kids can't get them pregnant.
Yeah, well, we just don't know what. We'll continue that species on because you can make we make new species.
Yeah, we make new
every
species every
year.
day. Every moment
that
I made a new species earlier in the toilet today. If you want to take a look, I didn't flush it because I was setting it up. I wanted better lighting for the Instagram post. I was waiting till the sun went down a little bit and it shined through the window.
Oh yeah, the golden hour.
Yeah, the golden hour. Yes, the good old golden hour.
Because if you're not taking photos in the golden hour, take note.
Yeah, that's actually the name of the podcast.
I'm putting an angry face emoji on him.
Welcome back to the first episode of Golden Hour. This is where it's
Golden Eye tips.
Golden Eye tip tutorial.
If you're playing N64 right now, well, invite me over. I got some Rumble packs.
Yeah,
I want you to have them. I don't really have a use for them. I don't have an N64 anymore.
Well, I was grown in a strict religious family, and they didn't believe in Rumble packs. They said that was flying too close to the sun. They said, you have a Rumble pack, what's next? You guys going to be sticking your little private parts into computers?
And they were right.
And they were right. I said, there's no way that a Rumble pack is going to facilitate some sort of sexual desire towards robots. But then it shook my heart. I felt it rumble. Shook my heart. It made me tumble. I fell in love with the Rumble pack. I fell in love with the shaking. It made me feel so alive. The games that grip me. Been feeling inside. I felt inside of the game. I've never been in there before. I've never felt this way before. Never felt this way before. Never felt this way before. When it rumbles, it changed my life. I never stopped feeling for it.
I never stopped feeling.
I feel phantom rumbles. When I'm laying in bed at night, sometimes my hands shake and I know it's the rumble. And it's calling me. It's saying, don't you want another rumble? Don't you miss rumbling with me? And I say, stop it, leave me alone. They say, you're never gonna have things under control. Ever. Ever. Nothing feels good ever at all. Everything hurts as much as it can. Even when it doesn't mean to. Even when nothing's against me, I'll still make sure that everything's against me at all times. Very negative mindset. I've got a super negative mindset. I'm gonna search for the worst at all times. I can't enjoy anything, not even just a tiny bit. I have the worst attitude in the world. I refuse to accept joy into my life. I refuse to feel anything that might benefit my mental state. Because when you keep yourself in the dirt at all times, then nothing can hurt you and you're invincible. And then that's when you truly overcome your issues. And that's when you stand out. And the X factor begins. You know, your true potential is unlocked when you can face your demons head on and say, no, demons, I'm not going to give in to you today. And then you don't let the demons, you don't let them give in to you, so you keep that in mind next time you think about anything. Make sure you don't forget that. Mm-hmm. My friend told me that.
You tell them all the stuff they shouldn't forget.
Yeah, no, we specifically focus our material on things that you would not want to forget.
Yeah, I tend to forget every single thing.
Yeah, we've pivoted in the new millennium.
There's been a huge shift in the evolution of this.
Now that it's 2020, there's no more excuses, and I actually sleep with a knife next to my bed to scare me from myself.
Yeah.
Because I see it and I go, at any time I might use that against you.
Well, you should.
If you don't do what I say. And then so my body just goes along with whatever my brain has been telling me recently because it knows I'll hurt it.
Yeah, well, you got to start taking control of your life.
Yeah,
and I think 2020 we have a huge shift in the and just the human psychology, that connects us all, through the internal human network.
The social dynamic of prosperity and phosphorus.
Prosperous New Year's.
Prosperous New Year's, guys.
That's why they call it Phosphorus New Year's.
They say happy. Yeah, I've been experimenting with chemicals.
Yeah, specifically the chemicals that are found in a lot of fireworks.
Yeah, I have a chemical imbalance, but it's only when I don't have enough beer.
Yeah.
Right, guys? Because drinking alcohol, that seems to do something to you.
It does?
I'm not sure what, but
I've never noticed.
It affects humans in this way that seems to have quite an interesting effect.
It gives them like some kind of a boost.
Yeah, people have been getting boosted lately.
Well, I've noticed you give alcohol to anyone under 21, it gets them way drunker than just someone over 21.
I know. It's starting to make me think that maybe at 21 they do like
your body's just it stops pretending.
Your body downloads the update.
And really it is like it's all about pretending. Because when you're young, you want to pretend you're drunker than you actually are to save money.
Yeah.
And then the older, that's it. Really, it's
Yeah, I got to start listening to these things before I agree.
Yeah.
But I just don't think that you'd ever steer me wrong. So I, you ever do that where your friend's like, I need you for something, and you go, yeah. And then it turns out to be like, some sort of POV thing you're not really comfortable with.
They're like, hey, I need you for like 2-3 hours
2-3 hours max.
I'll pay you in beer. And,
beer, you say?
I'll drop you off afterwards. I'll make sure we'll talk about what happened too. We'll discuss it so you don't have to discuss it with anyone else. So you have that out of your system.
Family if you want.
Because once something traumatic happens to you, you want to talk about it immediately. And just
grief counselor.
Yeah, just getting it out of your system once it usually does the trick.
Yeah, Charlie.
So
Brown's
I do 3 or 4 kind of
good grief
run-throughs,
Yeah, I got off a booze cruise recently, a singles booze cruise. Mm-hmm. It was a lot sadder than you think.
It was a jet ski.
It was one jet ski with 4 people riding it.
Oh, nice.
And there's those things that go around the city where it's like everybody's sitting around a bar and they're pedaling wheels or whatever. Mm-hmm. It's like that, but a jet ski in the ocean. Everybody's sitting around drinking.
Yeah, the Meals on Wheels.
Yeah, it's like Meals on Wheels, but for a jet ski. And, people do that because people do anything,
And Yeah, people do
for
too
attention.
many things, actually.
People will do anything if you give them an opportunity.
I tried counting the number of things that the human body could live through.
Yeah, I'm still counting.
Yeah, I'm
moment.
so every day I'm just like, that
single
should have killed me.
Every
that
second I'm
should've
awake,
killed me.
I think I should be dead.
I have one of those clickers, and
Yeah,
every time
and I
I think
keep
I'm about to die, I'm just like,
the
ooh.
ones the bouncers hold when people are walking in.
Yeah, and then once they find my body, they'll be like, wow, this guy survived so many
He survived a lot.
attempts at
And
his
then
life.
they take my clicker wheel like Lord of the Rings and they keep clicking it. And everybody keeps clicking for all the suffering that's ever happened in humanity. And somehow we learn. And despite everybody saying you never learn, you never ever learn. Because people say that in movies. They're like, you never learned, did you? And sometimes you don't need to say anything. Sometimes you let the saying speak you. And you gotta stop hiding from the truth. Because you can't outrun it. It's gonna get you. You're gonna get got. So just deal with it before it's too late. Because there's only a finite amount of moments that you'll ever experience in your life. And a majority of them are happening right now, at this moment.
FOMO.
Now. Exactly, right now. Moments. Wow, how about that, guys? The sun exploded, just like everybody thought. It just happened a little earlier than we thought. We thought it wouldn't blow up this soon, but it did. And you can't trust everything you feel. Sometimes you betray yourself because you want things to be one way. You have wishful thinking. Don't let the double-edged sword blast you. Hold firm. Stand your ground. Don't get pushed back by life. Don't have your back against the wall of life. You gotta keep pushing forward. Nothing's ever changed. It's exactly how it was. Everything's the same as it once was. Everything's the same as everything's exploding. Nothing's the same. Everything's fucking changed. Everything's changed. I can't deny it any longer. I used to deny. I said everything's changed, but everything's the same actually. Wait, what is it? Is it the same or is it changed? I can't tell anymore. I can't tell if it was always like this.
It was probably a lot like this.
Or if it was never like this. They go, are we weird? Are we special? No. It's happened many times before. You're all repeating your existences over and over again in a different place.
What they don't tell you is like, your ancestors are living inside of you.
Oh, they didn't tell me that.
Yeah, no one told you that?
No.
Well, newsflash, inside of you right now
Is
dozens and dozens of minds working together to
It's
make
like-
sure that you keep the lineage going.
It's like that movie The One with Jet Li.
But it's internal, it's a big internal struggle.
Yeah, it's a big internal struggle.
Everyone's just fighting for control.
Yes,
of
I'm
the
actually being controlled by one of my oldest ancestors. What
they don't tell you is religion is based off of who's in control.
Yeah, it's all about who inside of you is in control.
And
because we all know that there's many.
there's
inside.
so many in there,
And
and
the best one
all the
needs to
religions are right. They're all right.
Yeah, I've never actually heard a religion I didn't agree with in any way. All of them. I
agree with every single one.
I go, that's actually the smartest thing.
There's even some cults that
I've
I'm
ever
just
heard.
like, wow, this is exactly what I wanted to hear right now.
This could not be more of what I wanted to hear right now.
Some people think you're kind of wacky, but I believe
Some people
everything you're telling me.
Yeah, no, I've stopped doubting anyone and everything. I give in to whatever the first thing anyone says to me.
Yep.
It's a great feeling to just go through life trusting everything 100%.
It's all about trust.
Yeah, it's all about trust. And if you don't have it, you got to get it as soon as you can.
Living, loving.
She's just a woman. She's just a woman. And I'm also a woman. And everybody's also women. And we're living on a magical island of only women. It's only chicks. It's the magical island of only women. And life is better. Life is so much cooler. But then sometimes we wish somebody would do stuff that men do. And we get bored. So it actually is fun to have guys around. Because, you know what? We just want to hang out with just us for our whole life? No. It's nice to have different opinions every once in a while, you know? A little variety. We can't just live on an island of only women forever. Eventually we'll need somebody to, fucking do some shit.
Fucking shit.
Fuck shit up, you know? We always need somebody to fuck shit up sometimes. Whether you like it or not, fucking shit up has made the world the way it is. And, sometimes we like the world. So, if you like the world at all, that means you have to agree with the process. Do you think the waterfall got there overnight? The waterfall is violent. Waterfalls are violent.
Mm-hmm. Violent stuff.
Violence
stuff happens
is good.
In nature every day.
Every day.
I saw some violent stuff on my way here.
Yeah, a mountain?
Mm-hmm. A mountain came up and was just
It's a bunch of giant bodies buried.
There's a lot of stuff
It's
buried
giant
underground
bones.
that we'll never know.
We'll never
why
know.
who put it there?
Until a president has the balls to let us in Area 51.
I know. And I think that day starts now.
I think that day starts now.
We're actually in Area 51 right now.
We're in Area 51.
We need someone to unlock
It's amazing.
us from this cage.
We just started doing the podcast hoping that it would make us blend in or something.
Yeah, and we just get pumped with like this human information, but we don't know what we're doing.
Yeah, we think we know, but we have no idea.
This is my first time in a human body.
Yeah,
They
no.
transferred my alien consciousness into the body of a small little Puerto Rican boy.
They go, you were born here.
And I was like, was I?
go,
Because
yeah.
I have all these
Because
memories of
Yeah.
summers in the Nebulon cluster.
Yeah, I remember
Fishing for star drills.
Star trails.
I remember
And
being
Stardust?
trained by the Galactic Confederation.
Yeah. I love galactic shit. And universes. Multiple ones. There's so many.
I used to go to so many multiverse parties.
Oh my god.
That's where like you
hit
go
numerous-
and it's just like just a massive
This
house
universe
filled
is
with
dead,
people
man. Get outta
exactly like you.
Yeah.
There's actually just other versions of you, and you would hang out and like shoot the shit.
Yeah,
I
mean,
just like, what's up, man? You fucking the same person I am?
Yeah, no, I think one day we're gonna get to see whose multiverse is the best.
Yeah, the multiverse Olympics.
Yeah, we'll go who's the best ever, like the Dragon Ball X stuff. What was it called?
Super?
Yeah, that
Dragon
one.
Ball Super.
Yeah, Dragon Ball Xenoverse. Time travelers.
Yeah, I made my own Dragon Ball Z saga.
Yeah, what's it called?
It's the
Nice.
the garbage.
The garbage
disposal
universe.
years.
The garbage disposal years. Yeah.
That's my new cartoon.
Yeah, it's a cartoon.
It's just a POV camera inside of a garbage disposal.
Wow.
Well, it's just a lot of gross stuff being.
Yeah, if
put in
anything's
there.
going in the garbage disposal,
They're like, is this supposed to
it's
be
not
in
gonna
there?
be
We're
appealing
gonna
to
see.
watch, probably.
Oh no, it's very hard to watch. It's very dark. A lot of it's very gritty.
Yeah, I see a lot of mafia deals gone wrong.
Yeah.
They go, I'm gonna put your hand down this thing. Oh, please don't.
And it's
Please
broadcasted.
don't put my hand down. Yeah,
this
that's
is being
broadcast.
broadcasted.
It's on Twitch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll show you something that twitches. The guy's hand after it goes into the garbage disposal. Oh, you want to see something? Come here.
Owies.
Come on. Come on. Come on. Yep. It's gonna get burned to the ground. Gonna smash it on a big cement block for everybody to laugh at.
Yeah, welcome to Outcast Hour. This is where we only sing the Outcast songs from Stankonia.
To the Baby's Bopcast.
Mm-hmm.
This is where we do bop dance tutorials.
We do kids bop versions of the baby songs.
Yeah, we do kids bop baby songs. Lil Baby, the Baby, Baby the Birdman.
All the babies.
Every baby. Dragon Ball.
Dragon Ball babies, baby Dragon Balls.
Muppet Babies. Muppet the Baby.
What was the Looney Tunes babies?
Yeah.
Looney babies.
Looney Babies.
The
George Clooney babies.
The Disney kids, the ones from the 90s. All in the box. All the Bear in the Big Blue House kids.
Yeah, Berenstein Bears books, kids books we're going to be repoing.
We're actually we're being sued by the author of the Bernstein books, Bears books.
Why?
Because that thing I said about how I was a big Papa Bear.
The thing.
This is my nickname, in the streets.
Yeah, but you
like
used
I walk
the picture
down,
of the Berenstein Bear.
Like every restaurant I walk into, they're just like,
there he is. Yeah, I got that a lot. Anywhere you go in.
Yeah, walk up to the hostess table. I'm trying to get sat.
Oh my God. Is that... Yeah, it's
just an audible gasp.
Yeah, very rude stuff.
I'm like, can I get a table or
what? Can I do what? I'm gonna do what I did.
Either you're gonna seat me or you're gonna introduce me to the person in charge.
Either you seat me or I seat you into the seed below the ground, if you know what I mean. I'm gonna put you in the dirt. I'm gonna put you in the dirt.
I'm gonna give you what you deserve. You deserve the table underneath the air vent. It's gonna be very cold, even though it's very hot outside.
Today's opposite day.
Yep.
Everything I say, I mean the opposite of that.
There's so many things that are wrong in my life.
Up, down, left, right. I mean
and
down, up, left, right.
Wish I could list them before the cops
What's the opposite of anything, huh? The opposite of opposite day is normal day.
Do that thing
opposite day turns out to be
this
normal
opposite
day.
You're supposed to arrest us. And I'm like, but officer, I don't have any handcuffs. And they're like, well, use mine.
There's no way to prove anything is real. If pain is real,
I'm the cop,
who says pain is
but
real?
you're the cop now.
Have you ever felt more pain than you can handle? Your brain shuts down.
Whip me.
Your brain doesn't give you anything you can't handle.
Throw me to the ground.
So cause yourself pain until you pass out.
It's technically my house that was robbed now.
If you hurt yourself as bad as you can,
if you're my landlord, then you'd say, hey.
If you push your own limits.
Something seems a little strange today.
You're about to get gifts from the Lord. You're very close to the gift that you were supposed to be given. You're so close to that magical moment. But
there's so many things wrong with
so many things
life.
Wrong with life.
And I don't think we're going to get through all the answers today.
No, we're not.
We're not. We're actually...
But, that's why there's going to be 61 more episodes.
Yeah, they said we
completely
missed the mark
hourly.
with this one. Yeah.
Yeah, no, the new episodes will be released every 7 minutes.
Yeah.
And they're an hour each, so you're going to wonder how we record a new hour every 7 minutes. But that's for us to know, and you're never to find out.
We're doing this new format for this year.
Yeah.
And we hope
quantum podcasting.
So this is actually the last time you'll ever hear it in this way.
In this way. You're going to hear it in a new way.
There's going to be new ways to listen to this.
Yeah, we're going to be doing this new thing where we do a podcast over an old podcast. Mm-hmm. And
we're just doing commentary on.
We see if that enhances the experience.
That's probably the best route. We take all the hits. Yeah. And then discuss why they're the hits.
Why those are the hits. Yeah, we go see this part of the show. We remembered that it was a hit.
We remembered so many things. We've done so many great things.
We've done so many great things over the years.
Things that people should continue to praise us for.
Yes, things that you should never stop thanking us.
We actually deserve unconditional admiration.
Yes.
And
something that most do not deserve.
Most people don't deserve admiration.
In fact, very few people ever.
Yeah, I look at people, I'm like, you don't deserve to even be looked at.
Yeah. You don't deserve to walk, Florida Avenue. But I have to.
Yeah, you have to walk down there.
I have to walk with
even though most people, they would prefer you don't.
Yeah, people tell me that.
They actually tell you to please don't ever leave your house. But then, what are you supposed to do if you can't leave your house?
Yeah, if I can't leave my house, what do you want me to do?
Mm-hmm. I ask the cops that all the time.
Yeah, I say, what do you want me to do, cop?
And they're like, you're under house arrest. You got to stay in there.
You fucking stay in your house.
And I'm like, well, what do you want me to do? These drugs aren't going to,
drugs?
get slung.
Do you know who you're talking to, son?
And I'm like, you're my main buyer.
And
you don't buy it. You actually just beat me and take my drugs.
Cops have special
every
privileges.
Time you come to my house.
If you take a cop exam, you're allowed to do that.
Mm-hmm. You can just take whatever drugs you want.
Yeah, that's why people join the.
Do we drug test cops?
No.
No.
Yeah, I know that for a fact. I would stake my whole reputation on it, actually.
Yeah, no, I've been trying to figure this out. It's just how many times a year are we actually drug testing these people?
And what? And, everybody, you can sneak in.
They're allowed to just take all my drugs. They
don't check your mouth.
Yeah, they don't check my mouth. But they search my entire house. They tear it apart.
They tear my house apart.
They're looking for the drugs. And then we don't drug test them?
You're telling me we don't drug test cops.
Except, but if you want to be a dispatcher, if you want to tell the cops where to go, they do check your pee.
Oh, wow.
I know that for a fact. They
really need to know.
I used to be the tester.
You test
test the pee, yeah.
Yeah, how'd you test it?
You take a few fingers. And just dip them in there.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, if your fingernails came out blue, then they.
Yeah, it's weird that they wouldn't just have gloves or test strips or anything.
No, it's actually they don't want you to know this because then everyone would drug test themselves at home.
Well, they always say when you're in the line of duty, there's not going to be a test lab. Mm-hmm. When you're out in the middle of Iran,
you got to find out if they're on drugs or not quick.
When you're in the
Kabul
desert,
the blue fingernail test.
When the Burj Khalifa is riding hot on your tail. Are you just going to stop and take a test strip? No. You're going to force yourself to overcome because that's what this podcast is about. Lessons. And if you haven't learned any life lessons and expanded your values for the better, then we're going to kill you. And this is a promise. Mm-hmm. We're going to physically end your breathing.
Yeah, this isn't a warning. This is a threat.
This is a full-fledged threat.
You can show this to the cops while you're listening right now.
We're not going to talk for a second, so you'll see in the sound waves where the threat will begin, so you'll be able to easily pull it up and play it for the officer. All right, you ready?
All right, 1, 2, 3.
I am now threatening you. Physically and mentally. Oh no. I can't stop. I can't stop feeling anymore. I couldn't stop the feeling. I keep feeling so much. I keep feeling so much. The feelings are rushing in. Feelings come in me. The feelings are coming in. The feelings are coming in. Feelings coming in. Feel those feelings taking control of me. Oh yeah. Never felt like this before. I've never felt so much in such a short amount of time. Never felt so much so severely. I've never felt so severely before. Yo, hey, I'm not feeling good anymore. I once felt good, but now I don't. Nah, I still feel pretty good. I'm just kidding, guys. Stop exaggerating. Stop exaggerating to the Pope. The Pope is listening when you sleep. Jesus watches you when you sleep. And Santa watches too. And that determines what you're going to get in life. What happens when you sleep determines who you are. Don't ever forget that.
Don't forget.
Because if you do, Santa will come for you. And he'll hold you down with that big mighty grip of his. And I think you know what'll happen after that. After Santa Claus comes in and digs his fucking, his claws.
Those Santa Claus.
Those sandy claws.
Because, it's never just Santa Claus, too, because he's always the first to scope it. And then he makes sure it's okay
Santa
for his buddies to come in.
Is it okay if we come in here?
He's like,
it's me, Santa. Hello, it's me, Santa. I'm here. Santa? It's me, Santa. Okay. Do you want to play rough with me? Get the guns. Yo, get the guns, man. I'm sick of your shit, okay? I said I was sick of it a long time ago, and now I'm just fucking fed up. You gotta shut it off. You gotta shut it the fuck off, man. Okay? Stop telling me what to do. Stop it. Stop telling me what to do. Telling me what to do. Stop telling me what to do. Marching into war. We're marching into war. You're telling me what to do. I don't want to wear a helmet when I ride a bike. I don't want to wear a helmet ever. I'm not going to cut my hair. And I want to smoke Juuls, especially the blue flavor. Smoke blue Juuls if you can, because they're taking them away. Obama didn't take our guns, but Trump took our Juuls. Obama's still trying to get my guns. Give them back, Obama. Give them back, Obama. He took my gun and he won't give it back. I knew he was going to do that.
Obama, give me back my jewel pod.
Give me back my jewel pod.
I'm so pissed at Obama for taking my jewel pod, man.
I know. And my Tide Pod is next.
and I guess that's it.
I guess that's it, guys.
So thanks for.
It's gonna be the best episode you hear for a while.
And I hope it's everything you ever wanted in a podcast, because this is it. This is about as good as podcasts will ever get.
Yeah, I don't think, I think when they invented podcasts, this is what they had in mind.
Yeah, they were like, information, nah.
Yeah, they had a vision, and they said, I know what I want it to be. I can't see it yet, though. It's so special.
They say Joe Rogan actually listens to this podcast before he records his podcast.
Yeah, literally, this is what's on his headphones while he's recording his podcast.
Yeah, he thinks, like, if people think they're listening or they're
to their own podcast,
or like Joe Rogan's listening to his guests, but
yeah.
he's playing this.
He's playing this, and he's just nodding his head and he's going, "Yep, I'm listening to the guest."
Those are all like pre-recorded like questions anyway. So
Yeah,
anytime you think there's someone interesting on there.
Yeah, no, they're actually not in the room at the same time.
That's all publicists, green screens.
They record their spots during different times of the day.
There's so many PR professionals that are just like controlling the world.
Yeah, everybody has handlers.
Everything that you think is like real, like
I was one of Chelsea's
information
handlers.
Or something.
It's fake.
Chelsea Handler.
Yeah, Chelsea Handler.
Or Chelsea Clinton.
Yeah.
Because I was talking about Chelsea Clinton.
At a three-way with them.
With both.
The Chelseas, yes.
Yeah, because they hang out a lot.
In a place in New York, which I think is called Chelsea. Isn't that like a thing?
Yeah, the place.
The
it's
borough.
a very expensive, like.
You're saying I live in a borough? Yeah. What, like a gopher?
Mm-hmm.
A gopher.
I burrowed down here.
And we'll see you in the burrows.
Bye.
Bye, guys. Catch you in the burrow.
Keep a lookout.
For next 60 episodes right on the way.
Yep, all right.